I have an anger problem.
Or do I?
So, anger is a feeling. Perhaps it's an impulse. And shouldn't we all embrace our feelings and our impulses? But some need supplemented. You can't always just express things where they instantly seem to be able to be expressed. We need to think about our feelings, our thoughts and impulses. Where do they come from? Is there a better outlet for it? There are certainly things to be angry about that you want to hit, choke, stab, or otherwise hurt or kill somebody. Sometimes those feelings are justified. The state should really do some of that. But in your own personal interest, it's probably not a good idea to break the law or to break your own stuff, or somebody else that can let you get away with it. Um, so what can be done about that? Sometimes it's not a good idea to just dwell on really angry music unless you can just be in it for a short period of time, 20 minutes or less, and just move on with your day. Otherwise, it's going to stress you out the rest of your day, even if you quit. Um, that's no matter who you are. People hurt themselves with their music all the time. That's the general rule. Too loud, too much, wrong themes, whatever. Um, if it's not a threat to your safety because you're at it with somebody, you might want to get down and touch the ground. You might want to relax. And yes, you can relax in the middle of athletic endeavor, fight or dance or whatever. You can, you know, mix those feelings. Some people say, oh, you can't switch, you can't have alpha in the middle of beta, and you can't have beta in the middle of theta. The brain doesn't work like that. You're not a switch that you don't have these merged feelings. Now you can change how you feel emotionally. There are passages of scripture, various scriptures, that the sound of it or the meaning of it will entrain you in a certain way. And if you think of righteous anger or whatever type of anger you approve of personally, that's you can go along with this. Now, just slowing your breath and your heartbeat may not be enough. You may want to have some sort of rhythm to create the feeling that you want to have. Now, some people would use a talisman. I'm not an advocator of amulets or whatever, because amulets and charms are, these things don't have power. The power is in use. Some people, if they get really angry, they'll touch their wedding ring, and it's like, if I hit this guy, I'm going to prison, and my wife might divorce me if I'm in there for too long, and you know that sort of thing. Um, but talisman would have meaning. But anger is a good emotion. Embrace your anger. Realize your anger. Contemplate upon your anger. Don't repress it to just pop up because it's build up inside and build up inside and build up inside, and you can put it in the situation. And yes, sometimes you feel it. Like me particularly, I feel the anger right there. Sometimes I get really, really angry, and I gotta separate myself from the situation. Then I'll use some sort of technique to change my feeling of the matter, and I'll go over more in another video, different types of technique, at least give a summary of that. But I've never, seeing red again, seeing red again. I've never got to the point where I've got so angry it scares people. But it's not like you're seeing red and you just don't see anything else, or, oh, you get lost in moments, but, and sometimes, there's things to be angry about, particularly if the state doesn't deal with right or doesn't deal with it at all. They should. So there's nothing to abate the population. There are things that are so bad that the state's not supposed to deal with. Blasphemy is a particularly common way to anger people. Blasphemy is not the same thing as I don't believe the same as you, or I believe separately. No, it's deliberately angering something. If burning a Bible is part of your faith, don't do it in front of the Christians, because you're going to make them angry. As it's, trying to say, oh, I'm the victim, they hurt me. That's a ridiculous station. But, anyways, just think about the source and the end of your anger most of all, because working through it, you may want to ritually work through the practice. Okay, here are some verses, here are some symbols, I'm going to think about it, I'm going to direct it in that way, and maybe you'll find out something that you can never find out sitting around, but don't stew on things to the point where they hurt you. Get it out with your music, get it out with your exercise, get it out, or redirect it, but never deny your thoughts and impulses. Anger is a good thing, and if you don't know me, I'm more angry than most people, but most people don't know that.